What's up, mi gente linda? Here once again, your papi Frankie Hidalgo here with another tutorial. So today I got a little inspired with this Montuno that y'all probably have heard at one point or another in some salsa, whether it's Ruben Gonzalez with Mandinga, or Héctor Lavoe, El Cantante.
Yo soy el cantante.
And it's this progression that just comes lots in a lot of salsa songs. And I was like, you know what? We got to learn this progression, all right? So let me play a little of it. It sounds a little something like this. And I think it's a great Montuno to start with because number one, it emphasizes clave. Number two, it gets your fingers moving. And number three, it's such a great groove. It's such a great piano Montuno ostinato to have. And it's one of those you need to know if you're going to be playing salsa music. So what am I doing? Let's break this down. So what I'm doing basically is I'm outlining an E minor 6, okay? So, to break it down, basically, the structure I have, I'm doing a G minor second inversion. And I'm not going to do any octaves on my right hand. Typically, with Montunos, we do octaves with the right hand. Not with this one. We're just going to play it unison, single notes. And basically, it starts on the G, on the root. You're going to go up to the B flat, down to the D. And what we're going to do to add the color is the E, which is the minor 6. This is the 6 of the G minor chord. So if we put it all together, that's the color we get. So we start G, up to B flat, D, E. Now the first pick goes like this. I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So once we do that, we're going to go back to the G, do the same idea. So, okay. Now this time, this is going to fall on the 3 side of the clave. So the D and E are going to move quicker. They're going to sound like this. Okay. So if I sing that, bo be da ba 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 da, you hear that? Da dee da 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 da. Okay. So then. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing this. If we're going to do, for instance, Ruben Gonzalez's Mandinga, we're going to add an extra note. So it's going to sound like this. Hear that? So I do D and E twice. So da dee da ba 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 da bo dee da ba da ba 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 da do dee. Now, if I'm going to do, for instance, the version you find in Héctor Lavoe's El Cantante, it's a little bit simpler. I'm just going to go. And that's all you're doing there. So. Mandinga. Now, typically when I play this, I like to maybe do a little bit of both or even add every now and then some variation. So let's actually put them together and see how it sounds like. Mandinga. So it doesn't matter if you do one or the other. The important idea is that you're outlining the clave. Sa pi da ba 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 sa da ba da boo ba da ba sa ba ba da ba da ba 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 ba. All it matters is that it's grooving, it's in the pocket, and it's outlining clave. Let's do one more thing. Let's add the left hand to this, okay? So here we go. Left hand bass, right hand Montuno. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's do the other one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. once again, the idea is making sure it sits in clave. Okay? Now, if you listen to how I sing it, da be da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba, or the other one, ba ba da ba 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 da ba da da ba da ba 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 da ba da. Listen to how I'm accenting that. Couple things to avoid. I would avoid the staccato touch, which I think Ruben Gonzalez does originally in his recording. If you listen to his live versions, you'll notice he actually plays it more marcado. So I would play it more like this, as opposed to this. Now keep in mind that when Ruben Gonzalez recorded this, it was a different time, and the way the Montuno was approached was a little different. And I think Ruben Gonzalez's style has always been really influxed with the danzón and the traditional danzón styles of Cuba and classical music. When you're playing in a band, you don't want to do this. It doesn't make sense, okay? The other thing you don't want to do is you don't want to hit all the notes with the same amount of volume and intensity. It just doesn't, it doesn't drive the same, right? So if you find the certain notes that are important, and always remember, practice this with clave. Let me show you how it sounds with the conga and clave here now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice this and make sure you get real nice and comfortable playing it, and also feeling the clave. Super important, okay? I can't stress enough. And no offense to a lot of the videos that I see on Montunos out there, like a lot of great stuff, but there's a lack of the emphasis of the clave. That's what makes everything. And I have taught students who are not Latinos to play Montuno and to play it with the feel that it requires. And I've had people listen to my students and be like, yo, are they Latino or what? Right? And a lot of people, what they don't realize, just like jazz music, there's a certain approach to how you need to play Montunos. That's why it's so important to know the basics and to understand how it fits in clave and how you need to actually phrase it, okay? It's not just a matter of playing the right notes and playing the right rhythms. It's how it fits in clave, how it's phrased, okay? Much like how you would view any sort of bebop lines or anything. So I hope this tutorial helps. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up. Tells me, yo, Frank, you did a good job. Keep doing these videos, and let me know if there's any other type of videos you'd like, and I'd be more than happy to put some more resources up and to help you all right. Thank you so much. God bless everybody. Have a good day. Nos vemos.